So as I always tell younger artists or artists that's starting to get moving and shaking, coming from the grassroots, getting out of the underground level, and they saying, I want to do it on a higher level. I want to do it with, flair and make sure everybody know I exist. I want to be a national recording artist or a worldwide recording artist. And all of that's great. So you do the mixing, the mastering, the music production, the recording, the packaging, the uploading to the streaming websites, the distributions, and that's fantastic. But your job isn't done. So I want to talk about today SoundExchange and BMI. BMI is a performance rights organization. There's others like CSAC and ASCAP, but in my example, I'm gonna use BMI. But I want to start with SoundExchange. So if you don't know what SoundExchange is, I'm gonna read it off to you real quick. And when I read it off to you, hopefully it's going to connect with you and allow you to have some understanding. So SoundExchange is an American nonprofit collective rights management organization spun off from the RIAA in 2003. It is the sole organization designated by the U.S. Congress to collect and distribute digital performance royalties. I'm going to say it again. To collect and distribute digital performance royalties for sound recordings. What you record, artists, is a sound recording. It's sound. SoundExchange paid the featured artist on a recording, and they pay the performance royalties to the rights owner of the sound recording. In other words, whoever owns the master. So if you are independent, you're releasing it, you own the master of it. So you should be getting paid for that. So SoundExchange collect as far back as 3 years. So artists, if you haven't registered today or yet, register today. So I'm talking about SoundExchange. Let me move over to talking about the website. So when you go to the website, and I'm pulling it up in front of me so I know what I'm talking about. I registered through SoundExchange Direct. And the reason you're doing it is because that's what the instruction says to do it. So you follow instructions. Once you go through the registration process, they'll confirm you, they'll send you an email. You'll do all that good stuff, managing the connection and the uploading of information that they need so that they can identify you. And then you start the process of identifying your work. So in this segment, we're not going to be able to go into everything, but once you have everything set up and you claim your works, you're going to be able to see your rights owner catalog, which is your masters that you own, as well as your artist catalog, which has all the songs that you have claimed. And then they will start tracking you to pay you out your performance royalties, which is going to start talking and getting you into understanding split sheets, splitting up the royalties. That might be another conversation later on down the line. So what is BMI? BMI, I didn't go in and get the technical, but I said they're a performance rights organization who also tracks royalties. So they then, once you register with them and you start claiming the music that you release and marking down all of the splits and all of those important things, you would then have a catalog for that. You can sign up with BMI as a writer, or you can sign up with BMI as a publisher. I had to do publishing back in the day when I said I was running with Trig, and he was teaching me about registering your music with BMI. So I became a publishing company, Christ Revolution Music. But once you do all those things, again, now you're managing SoundExchange for your royalties, you're managing your Pro, BMI for your royalties, and quarterly, because they monitor plays like here on Sirius XM, they will send you checks because you did all the paperwork and you did the necessary things and you loaded your bank information in the website so they can cut you checks and do direct deposit. In other words, you'll be able to now have a return of investment on your music ministry to continue to do your music ministry. So let that be a thing that you get to. If you need more info, search it on Google or hit me up. Christ Revolution Music Radio Show. It's your man B.E.R.I.D.O.X.